Hey everyone. So, who out there loves sacred geometry? Hands up. I do. I really love it because it's really beautiful and it's really interesting to learn about. But the thing that I love most about it is experiencing it. Like, yeah, just experiencing it. That's the best word that I could come up with for that. Um, when I was reading this book a few years ago, it's called The Ancient Secrets to the Flower of Life. It's by John Villa Melchizedek. That's a picture of him right there. You can find him on YouTube. And I was reading this book, and in this book he says that the Egyptians recognize a 13 chakra system instead of a 7 chakra system. And he says that one of the chakras in that system is a sacred geometry chakra, and it's in the head. And he also says this about chakras, which is really insightful and very true, I believe. So I'll read to you guys. When a person is focused in one particular chakra, their whole world is colored by the energy of that chakra. It is like a lens through which everything in existence is interpreted. And I could definitely see how that is very true. And anyway, when I was reading that book and I was just learning so much about sacred geometry and just seeing it every day and really getting into it, my sacred geometry chakra opened up, and I was just like, I could just see it everywhere, and it was so beautiful. I remember this one time I was drawing a bath for my kids, and which I had done hundreds of times before. And this one time, the light was shining onto the water, and the water was swirling around, and I could see like all these beautiful like perfectly geometrical shapes, like intricate, and they're swirling around and like swirling in and out of each other, and it was just so beautiful. And I started crying because it was so magnificent. And then this other time was when I was living in Victoria, and in the winters in Victoria it rains a lot, so it starts to feel a little dreary and stuff. And so I was waiting for the bus, and it was just pouring down rain, and I looked out onto the road, and like it was the pavement, and I felt more than saw. I felt like instead of just like arbitrary rain falling wherever, I felt like every single one of those raindrops like had a very specific and important place that it had to fall. Like I felt like I felt like it was just all the raindrops were perfectly placed, and they were all, it was like this beautiful symphony of like tiny little raindrops falling, and like they're all contributing to this bigger orchestra of just beauty. And I never looked at rain the same way since. That was really beautiful. And every time I walk through a forest now, I just see it everywhere. And even in my own body, like the veins in my body and the veins in a leaf, they're just very similar. And our lungs are like clusters of grapes. But that's kind of getting into like just the interesting part of it. I want to talk about the experience part of it. So the experience part of it is like really seeing and feeling, and just really feeling that connection, I think. Like when you see it, and you just feel like this just love and just gratitude and awe and magic that just comes from it. And you feel like, I feel personally like when I see something like that, that I've seen so many times before, but now I'm seeing it in a different way. It's so beautiful, and it really makes me very, very grateful. And I also think like it's it's more than just seeing it; it's experiencing it. I feel like sometimes I just have this connection to it where I'm experiencing that, and like that perfection and in that geometry is affecting me in some way. Like it's affecting the geometry of my makeup and making me feel, more in tune and yeah, more in tune and like flowing, because like that geometry is really that's like the perfection of the flow of energy. It's just so beautiful. And it also like it also makes me see beauty everywhere. It helps me see beauty everywhere in the world, everywhere I look, because it is everywhere. So everywhere I look, I can see beauty in this world, and that makes me happy, and that kind of refills my love tank. Yeah, so I'm very grateful for that. And excuse me, burping. Apples make me burp. Feels nice though. But anyway, I just got back from a trip to Costa Rica just a few weeks ago, and I went with my brother. And my brother, I think his sacred geometry chakra opened up when we were there, because like this gorgeous nature all around, and just you see this magic and just magnitude, I guess, of nature, and it's there in full force, and it's just so beautiful. And one night he had this like amazing experience where he connected with this lightning storm. They have like electrical lightning storms over the ocean where there's no rain, it's just lightning and stuff. And so he said that he felt like he was like orchestrating the lightning strikes and stuff, and he felt like he really connected with it. Like he could feel like the buildup of energy, and then like he could tell when the lightning was gonna flash and stuff. And I thought that was really amazing. And then after that, he was seeing sacred geometry everywhere. Like, and I could tell because some of the things he was talking about, and it was hard for him to actually put it into words. And that's how I've felt with some experiences like that. But I think those feelings and those experiences that you have that you can't put into words, I think those are some of the most beautiful. Just they're really gorgeous. And yeah, so he would just see it everywhere, like pick up like a seashell and stuff like that, and be like, this is so perfect. And yeah, it was really cool. And we found the shell. I wish I had it here. He has it right now, but it was so cool. It had like it looked like you could wear it as like a really cool chunky ring. You could put your finger in it, and it was spiraling inside. And then all around it, there's like these little tiny spirals where it just looked like the shell was trying as hard as it could to make those spirals wherever it could. It just tries, like, it just seems like nature strives for this this is a nautilus shell. It seems like it just strives for that all the time. And because it's like the embodiment of the philosophy of like using the least amount of energy and getting the most amount of growth, which is like a huge lesson that humanity needs to learn. We're doing the opposite right now. So yeah, I think that's about it. If you guys have had like really cool sacred geometry experiences, totally let me know, and maybe do a video response. I haven't gotten many video responses, and I really like seeing you guys' face. And yeah, so yeah, let me know. Love you guys very, very much, and have a great day.